I'm Ava, a Central Michigan University student studying abroad at Florence University of the Arts, and today I'm going to be showing you a day in my life as an FUA student. So I started my day, I woke up at about 8:30 and I made myself some coffee. The coffee makers are definitely different here. It's more like an espresso maker. So I make mine and then I end up diluting it with a little bit of water to make it more like an Americano. And for breakfast, I had some yogurt and a piece of peanut butter and jelly toast. Normally I do peanut butter banana, but I ran out of bananas, so I switched it up a little bit today. And after breakfast, I wrote some letters back. I went and got mail the other day and I had 7 letters, so I had a lot of people to write back to. Here's a few clips of kind of my space in my bedroom and how I decorated it. I guess it was nice to bring some photos and things from home to decorate my space. For a full apartment tour, you can check out my video called like my first week in Florence, studying abroad in Florence. I do a full apartment tour in that video. And after writing some letters, I decided to go for a run. I like running along the Arno because there's lots of people around. It feels really safe. Today was a little extra people, I think maybe because it's getting closer to the weekend. So I took a little bit of a different route. So after that, I got ready for my day. I chit-chatted with my roommate who just got back from Milan. She tried to go to a Louis Capaldi concert, but he had bronchitis, so it got canceled. Kind of a bummer, but she got back this morning, had to go to class, and she got back this afternoon. And after that, I made myself some lunch. I actually made a big batch of this gnocchi with beans and a crushed red pepper, garlic marinara sauce I made a big batch of that the other day, so I put some in Tupperware, so I actually have that for lunch and dinner today, like pre-made. I do live in an apartment with 12 roommates, and we only have this one small kitchen, so doing a little bit of meal prep, even though we don't have much Tupperware here, is definitely helpful when everyone is in there trying to make dinner between like 6 and 8 p.m. And after lunch, I headed out to the post office. I had to buy a couple more stamps for the letters that I was sending. So I got those put in the mail, and when I got to the post office, there was a big like plant market happening outside. So that was really cool, very cool to see. You know, if I was here longer than half of a semester, I would maybe buy myself some plants or something. And then I headed over to Fedora, which is the FUA student-run coffee shop, where you can also use your meal units. So I was able to get a croissant and an iced almond milk latte for 2 units. I have a couple more to use up before I'm done here. And Fedora also has like an outdoor garden area, which is really cool. So while I was sitting there with my croissant and my coffee, I did some homework. I'm taking 2 classes at my university back home online, asynchronous right now. They started up this week. They overlap by just like 2 weeks with my study abroad here. So I did some work for those. And then my FUA class for this session is actually in the same building as the coffee shop. So I was able to go right from the outdoor garden upstairs for the Florence Food and Culture Experience class. So it's a 3-week class. I have it Monday through Friday for 3 hours each day. And I'm not a culinary student, so it was really cool to go into that class, and we have like aprons we have to wear, and it's like in a real kitchen. So every day we cook in that class. We do traditional Italian recipes, and Wednesdays are wine tasting days. We do like pairings, and then today we did traditional Tuscan desserts. So we split into 3 groups, and each group tackles a different recipe. Usually the class starts with about a 15-minute lecture, and then we get to cooking. But today, because it was desserts, we started with cooking and then did a lecture, and then came back to the desserts after they set for a little bit. So my group did an English trifle. A different group did almond biscotti. And the 3rd group did a recipe called cecina, which is like a cookie dough that's fried. All were super delicious. I think one of my favorite parts about studying here is how amazing the walk to class is. So my walk to this class, I walked through the Repubblica, which is a really cool area, and then past the Florence Cathedral and the Duomo, which is really awesome. Cannot believe I get to walk by those awesome landmarks every day for class. And then my class last session, I got to walk along the Arno, which was also really awesome because I live so close to it. It was just like a little jaunt over that way and then straight down the Arno to get to my class in Corso Centauri. So after class, I walked back to my apartment and I did some more work for my marketing class. Then I heated up another little serving of my gnocchi that I made the other day for dinner. And since my parents are coming tomorrow and I'm super excited for them to get here, I put together a little like welcome package for them. And I finished off the night with a little bit of reading. I've definitely done a lot of reading since being here. I am on the 3rd book of the Court of Thorns and Roses series. I also read some really good Sally Rooney books. I think this is book number 6 for my trip here. I also did some journaling and opened up a letter from my mom. She packed a whole bunch in my suitcase, so since it's the end of week 6, I got to open one more today. It had some journaling prompts, so I did some sort of like end of trip journaling in my bullet journal. So there you have it. That's a typical day for me here in Florence, studying at Florence University of the Arts, going to class and all of that. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you are a soon-to-be FUA student, I hope you have a great time here in Florence. I've certainly loved it. The traveling and the classes have been great. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching.